Hello and welcome to this presentation. I'm Doug Robinson. I'm the founder of the Camptree Ambassador System, and in this training I'm going to show you how to harness the power of word of mouth to fill your camp faster and save yourself a load of time, effort and money. And before we get into the training, I'll just share a quick story about how and where this system was created. And it was here, this amazing place in Switzerland, where I started directing this camp about 5 years ago. And when I joined, things were very, very difficult. The numbers were going the wrong way. They were pretty much break even. And the experience the kids were having was not that positive, which meant we weren't getting many referrals. So we were having to rely on all the other channels. We were doing some digital campaigns, which were a bit stressful and quite expensive. We were having to attend recruitment events, which took up a lot of our time and weren't that effective. We're also having to rely on referral agencies who were charging thousands of dollars. And the first year was very, very stressful, and I got through it. And then we started getting the bills from the referral agencies, and I just thought there's got to be a better way to get more kids to camp. So we started looking around, we started doing lots of research. I started talking with other summer camp directors, and I came across this camp in Scotland. This is Camp Cooper, and I saw on the website that they were advertising they were full in January. And I spoke to Hiran, who is an amazing camp director, who gave us some great advice. And he said that they are full in January without spending anything on marketing and don't have to spend very much time marketing the camp. And they've done this by doing three things, basically. He boiled it down to 3 points. And those three things were that he runs great camps, and that's the most important thing to offer great experience for kids. The second thing is to create urgency and scarcity. And this is easy for summer camps because there's always a limited amount of space and there's always a set date they happen, so that's built in. And you just need to communicate that to your families in each stage, sort of educating them to sign up early. And then the third thing is that you ask them to bring their friends, and that's obviously a very, very powerful way of getting more referrals. So Hiran's built this up over 10 years, and we wanted to do this in as little as 12 months. So we started doing lots of research. And we looked at some great resources, and I recommend, if you want to find out more, you can also get these resources. It's the Referral Engine by John Jantsch. It's the Unstoppable Referrals by Steve Gordon. It's Word of Mouth Marketing by Andy Cernovitz. And it's Contagious by Jonah Berger. And lots of our training is based around these books. We also looked in other industries of companies who were doing very well with the word of mouth marketing. And you see some classic examples like Uber, Dropbox, Amazon, who've grown massively by using a good referral program. So we looked around and there was nothing available for summer camps. So we started to put our own system together, and that's what we're going to be going over in this training. And this system takes your camp from feeling like marketing is difficult, where you're having to do it all yourself, where it's expensive, it's stressful, you've got a limited budget, you've got limited engagement with your families, you're spending more time running your camp than filling the camp than running it. Everything feels like a struggle, and you don't know how many kids you're going to have coming to the camp, you don't know how many staff to employ, and things are very, very hard. So going from this stage here, we're going to show you how to get to this stage where filling the camp is easy with little or no effort. You've got your camp marketing itself, you've got enrollments coming in with little or no effort, you've got time to spend doing other things, you've got your families engaged, referring friends, you've got the camp is full early, you've got loads of referrals, you're increasing your revenue and profit, and you're reducing your marketing costs. So we're going to show you how to go from this stage here all the way to this stage, and it's by using a system. We're going to show you how our system works, and we're doing this with working with over 100 camps around the world, helping them get the similar results to what we got. And I'll share with you some case studies of how BYM got 20 referrals within a month of launching the system. I'm going to show you how Camp Conrad Weiser within a year increased their word of mouth to 60% of new enrollments. And here's Corey Evans. Here's the leaderboard where they've got the families sharing, they've got enrollments coming in, and they did very, very well. We also share with you about Nebraska, who installed this system, and every month they're getting referrals coming in, and they're getting a great return on what they're doing. So before we get into it, this presentation is for directors and marketers who have had enough of referral agencies taking all their profits. It's for those who have had enough of recruitment events, which are time consuming and expensive and becoming less and less effective because everyone's doing it. And also for those who run digital campaigns but know that they can drain their resources quickly, and they just want to market the camp in a smarter way. So who am I? I'm Duncan Robinson. I've got a background in engineering and teaching, and I've also led expeditions around the world. I started directing a summer camp in Switzerland about 5 years ago. We took it from break even to 0.5 million profit within 12 months. I then set up a group of camps called the Inspired Global Camps, which is a network of 7 summer camps across Europe. And now I run this business, Camptree, which is ambassador software and a consulting business for summer camps. So the whole sort of idea of word of mouth marketing and referrals is that you've got this one equation for growing your camp, and it's that you've got retention, that's holding on to current families, plus the referrals of them bringing their friends, equals growth of the camp. And there's so many benefits for getting this right. And some of those include, first of all, greater organic reach, that you're getting all this reach for free. You get more kids to camp, so they're going to improve your revenue and profits. You can include your staff in helping them recruit other staff and kids. You can get your CITs engaged through the year. You can build a stronger community. You can save time marketing the camp. You can save money, and you can increase your bottom line. So there's so many benefits for getting this right. So the first hurdle to overcome is that lots of camps don't have a referable camp. And even worse than that is that they don't know whether the camp is referable or not. And what do I mean by that? It means that they're running quality camps, that it's quality in the eyes of the families as well. And lots of summer camp directors we speak to, think they, in fact, every summer camp director we've spoken to thinks that they run an amazing camp, but it's got to be in the eyes of the families as well. And we suggest carrying out an NPS survey to find this out, what the perception or reputation is of your camp with your families, not just in your own eyes. And by doing this, you can find out who your ambassadors are, you can find out who your detractors are, and you can go about fixing the areas which need attention in your camp. And the aim is to get customer delight in all areas of the business. So what is the NPS survey? It's the Net Promoter Score, and this is where you ask the families one question. This is, how likely are you to recommend this to a friend? And that's on a scale of 1 to 10. And from 0 to 6, these are your detractors. These are the people who don't have a very good opinion of the camp. You need to find out why. So the second question would just be, why have you scored it where you've scored it? And then you can find out the things that you need to fix. Then you've got your passive 7 to 8. These are people who like what you do but are not necessarily completely overwhelmed by it, so they're not necessarily going to be your ambassadors. And then you've got your promoters. These are the people who score at 9 and 10, and these are the people you need to be asking for referrals and to tell their friends about the camp. So the NPS survey is a very, very good way of finding out where you are in the eyes of your family, so we recommend getting that done as soon as possible. So the second part is about we developed this calculator, referability calculator, and this is a series of questions to find out how referable your camp is. It asks questions to do with your value proposition, about your online reputation, about your general sort of health of your camp, finding out where you are so you know what to fix and where you're going to go. So finding out if you've got a system for referrals, and also if you've got any tools in place, making it easy for families to refer you, which is crucial. So by taking this referability calculator, what you're doing is you're finding out where you are, and then you know where you want to go. You want to make things easy, you want to have a full camp, and the aim is to create customer delight. If you do that, you get your camp referred by other people, or by your families. And by taking the calculator and finding out where you are, you've then got a map of what you need to do to get there. So we recommend that you do that. The second hurdle camps come across is that they're not getting many referrals. And this also is a problem that camps don't know if they're getting many referrals. So we've got a benchmark figure of you should be getting 50% of new enrollments through word of mouth. If you're not getting this much, then you're missing out a lot on referrals and word of mouth, and that you could be getting a lot more enrollments through word of mouth, which saves you a lot of money. So to get this going, then what you need to do is you need to understand the psychology of referrals, which we're going to go over. You need to think about the 8 pillars for customer delight, again, which we'll go over. You need to understand why people share and how to leverage it. You need to be able to create shareable posts and adverts on across the social channels, and you need to know how to orchestrate referrals, and we'll get into that as well. So
First of all, why people share, and this is the mental triggers which Jonah Berger has come up with, and it's in his book Contagious, which I highly recommend reading. And 6 of the triggers he talks about. First of all, you've got social currency. People share to make them look good and also to feel good as well. If you get great service from a business, you're more than happy to share it with your friends because you want also them to get a great service from them, and it makes you look good in their eyes. So it's about this social currency. So there's also certain triggers as well, and you've got to stay top of mind with your families. So there's a saying, out of sight, out of mind, top of mind, tip of tongue. And if you can create ways to stay on top of mind with your families, they're more likely to be talking about it with their friends. So this is about constant communication with families, constant ways of interacting with them, engaging them, and this can be done in lots of different ways, through competitions, through creating valuable content, and there's lots of different ways of doing that. The third part is about creating emotion, and it's about people only share what they care about, and this boils down to what the values, what the aims are of the camp, the goal, boiling it down to what your why is as a camp, and communicating that with families, so they're more likely to share. The fourth part is about practical value. So if you can solve a problem for families, then they're more likely to share it with their friends. So obviously camps solve great problems that they are, first of all, providing childcare over the summer, which is extremely valuable for families, but also providing a really, really good education and a fun education for the kids, and allowing them to experience lots of different things. So if you can provide that practical value, then you're solving a problem for the families, and they're more likely to share it with their friends. Fifth, it's got to be public, so we share what we see people around us doing. So you've got to make your marketing materials, your website, your videos really outstanding so other people can see them, they can share it, and you're visible in public. And lastly, we share stories, not information. And it's the stories of your kids, of where they come from, where they're going, their life stories, and there's a really nice approach with Cole Kelly. We did an interview with Cole Kelly, and he runs a great camp, and he really focuses on the alumni, and this is about the stories of the kids, of the experiences they've had on the camps and what they've done in their lives, and it's about developing those lifelong relationships. And if you can communicate those stories with your families, then it shows a real sort of commitment, a real care, and it's much more likely that the families share those. And then we go on to the 8 pillars of delight, and this is taken from Babel Quest, and this is about developing each stage of your business. So you are showing that you're trustworthy, that you're offering value, that you're responsive, people can get hold of you easily, that you're credible. This boils down to what your why is, that there's reciprocity. So it's that you're being valuable, you're sending valuable things, and that you're also referring people to your customers' businesses so they can also refer their friends to you. And also that you're professional in everything you do, that you've got a really good reputation, that you're seen as the best of the best, and that you're innovating every part of the business. And this could be with the programming of the camp, could be the systems that you use in the camp, could be the personalities that you've got in the camp, but they've got to be innovation built in so you are different from other people, that you're not just offering the same thing. And then there's ways to orchestrate referrals. Now, one of the main problems that camps have is that they feel a bit difficult asking for the referrals. And that's because it can seem like it's a little bit desperate, and that's not a great way to come across to your families. So this is the typical sort of way to ask for referrals is, it's kind of like a sales conversation, like, could you refer us? And this works, but there's a much more effective way of doing it, and this is also known as content marketing, where you're producing really good quality content, an educational video, and the main aim of this video is to educate. You're hosting this on your website, and then instead of asking your current families to refer their friends to come to the camp or to buy the camp, that you're just asking your current families to introduce their friends to a really useful piece of content that you've put out. And that could be an educational video about lots of different things. And the point of this is to create like a referral resource. It's not to sell the camp, it's just to educate, and then the sale can come later down the line, but it's just to introduce that person to what you're offering. And you could offer something really valuable like a camp survival education video. coping away from home tutorial, 50 benefits of going to camp, or like a competition, win a free camp for creating a video of your last camp experience. We ran a competition like that, which was very, very successful. So there's lots of different ways you can do it, and it's like a subtle way of asking for referrals. So it's not a sales conversation, it is purely one of value, and that's a very effective way of doing it. So step 3 is about designing effective referral campaigns, and what the essential parts of a referral campaign are. And this is because most summer camp directors don't know much about referral marketing, and most camps just dip their toe in an ocean of potential with it by offering an incentive. Most camps offer an incentive like 5% bring a friend, but that is literally dipping your toe in the ocean. And we're going to show you how you can really leverage referral marketing to get more and more families come to the camp. So this is about knowing which incentives to offer. It's knowing about how to communicate it to other families, and it's about knowing how to manage a campaign and about the KPIs you should be looking for and how to fix it if they're not performing. So what are the different referral campaigns you can be offering? And you can offer like pre-registrations, you could host a giveaway, a competition, a waitlist launch, or you could have a continuous one all through the year. And these are the more typical ones, like refer a friend, you have a camp champion, you could have a camp ambassador. And we'll show you a few examples of these. So you've got limited time ones where there's lots of advantages for this. That's great for building your list, so it could be a competition. And you've just got your families inviting their friends to take part in the competition. And it's a great way to generate excitement, to engage your community. And this works by setting an end date for it. So it could be just a few months. And families earn points for doing things and doing certain word of mouth activities for you. And you could have a winner or several different winners. And it's a great way for engaging your families and getting them to refer their friends. You could have ones which are just refer a friend. It's easy to understand. It's a great way to start, a great place to start, and it's great to collect more registrations. You could have a camp ambassador where you're giving away a camp for those who refer the most friends, who get the most registrations. You can set up a leaderboard. You can have point and referral rewards and lots of different word of mouth tasks. Lots of different ways of doing it. Here are just a few examples of things that you can set up within our system, which can manage it all for you. And you've got the two different types of doing that. Then you've got to choose what incentives you're going to offer, and it's important to get the right ones. And you've got to think about these things. So first of all, what is the goal of this? Is it to just increase your list, to get more people on your email list? Is it to generate registrations? And then second of all, it's like, what would you like your families to do? Would you like them to just refer your friends to the camp, or is it to share with them a video? Is it to like you on Facebook, to share something with you on Facebook? Is it, share videos, share content? Lots of different things you can ask for families to do for more word of mouth to happen. And then you've got to think about what the benefit to you will be, because the incentive has got to be proportional to the benefit that it's bringing. Obviously, if you're asking for a full registration at the camp, you can't just offer them a $5 reward. It's got to be proportional to the effort they're putting in and the benefit to you. And then last of all, you've got to think about how you can fulfill the reward. You've got to make it easy for yourself to manage. I know some camps are very tight with resources and time, so you've got to make it as easy as possible. So there's lots of different ways you can offer, and lots of different reward types, and you can offer it for just bringing referrals to the camp, or points, or for a leaderboard reward. And then you can offer different types of rewards, which are either like a physical experience, things like camp swag, t-shirts, hoodies, or you could offer an experience like extra sessions at the camp, extra privileges on camp, or free lessons. Or you could offer discounts, which are the easiest to fulfill, and you also can tie them into the following year. So it's very good for helping you fill a camp the following year. So there's lots of different examples, and here are some of the ones that camps have used to get really good results. And this, I think, is BYM. They offered $100 towards camp fees for a new referral to the camp, and that was two-way for you and the new camper. They also offered a free week of camp if they brought 10 referrals. This is good to get ongoing motivations to keep them sharing, and it's easy to set up and manage. Here's an example from Camp Conrad. they set up lots of different milestones with points, and if families got to those point milestones, they would get lots of different types of rewards. And this is great for rewarding families, over different milestones with different activities. It's great for continued motivation, and it's good. You've got to think carefully about what rewards are offered to keep it nice and simple and make it easy to fulfill, but it's quite an effective way of doing it. There's also lots of other word of mouth activities you can include in it, like following on Facebook and Instagram, writing reviews on Yelp, on Google, hosting the open event. There's lots of different ways of doing this, and you can offer different points for it. So it's a very effective way of doing that. Here's an example of the leaderboards. So you could set up a leaderboard so you can reward your top ambassadors, and this is a nice way again to keep motivation going. And for those competitive families who like to come top, then it's a good way for them to continue sharing. Other types of leaderboard reward. So this is one that I think BOIM used, and they've got they've got a top of the leaderboard, and they'll give this much credit for camp at this snack bar. So some nice examples of different rewards camps have used. And then think about how to redeem them. We send out emails automatically when a reward is redeemed, which means it's easy for the camps to manage, that they don't have to do anything, it's all automatic. And it sends an email, it shows them what they've received, so they get rewarded automatically and immediately, which is key, because as soon as they get rewarded, they see that the program's working, or they've got trust in it, so then they're more likely to do it more often. And then the last step is about installing a system. I understand some camps, they very tight with resource and time, so if you install a system, you can get it working for you night and day, so you have it all running. You don't need to do much to keep it going, and you can enjoy getting more referrals automatically. And the system, how it works, we've broken it all down like this, so it's a bit difficult to see all this, but this is how our system works. It shares the unique links across all channels. It's also got lots of things built in there to get lots of word of mouth activities happening. If you'd like to see exactly how this works, then we're happy to arrange a call. We can show you through it. And we've built into the system a lot of different things. Lots of training, so you can understand lots more about word of mouth. There's all the referability calculator, there's all the templates, there's campaign templates that you can just plug and play, which have been very good for other camps, got really good results. And if you choose to work with us, then what you're getting is full access to our training library, all the campaign templates. You get a success manager who will monitor your progress, make sure it's working, and make sure you're getting really good results with it. You get unlimited support, so you can get in touch with us anytime. And you can install a system which works night and day, and we give it a full guarantee to make sure you get a good return on it, else you get your money back. So some of the benefits of working with us, that we are offering cutting edge referral technology developed specifically for summer camps, that you get to put your registrations on autopilot, you get to increase your revenue and profit, and it gives you more time to focus on what you want to focus on, and it gives an access to a community of other camp pros who are also doing this. It gives you tried and tested campaigns which work extremely well. So some of the frequently asked questions we get: so how long does it take to get this all set up and installed? Well, you can get this done usually within a week. Camps can have this all done. It could be faster, but usually we see a week to sort of understand what's going on, to kind of install everything and get registrations going. So how long does it take to get results? Yeah, this can be pretty immediate. As soon as you communicate to families, then you can start getting results with it. And like BYM, within a month, like you saw, they got about 20 referrals, so it can be very quick to get going. What are the common problems some of the camps have? I'd say they don't launch soon enough, so we've created more training to help them get launched, and they also have a success manager to get things going faster. Some common problems: sometimes they don't get enough engagement with the families, so we created lots of communication templates to help them get going and to communicate easier with the families to get more engagement. How much does it cost? This depends on the size of the camp. It depends on how many sites of the camp. the best thing to do is to take the quiz and book a call with us, and we can give you a price for your camp. And what support is there? There's lots of support with the success manager who will literally take you through it step by step. And yeah, one question we get asked quite a lot: what sort of camp can benefit? Basically, if you run good camps, then you can benefit from this. And the size of the camp, if you're only doing it for 50 kids, then it's quite tricky to get a good return. But any more than, I suppose, between 50, above 50 kids, and you will get a pretty good return on this. So, as long as you run a good camp, then you can get good results. So, look forward to speaking to you on the call. Take the quiz, book a call, and we can give you an exact price and breakdown of if it will be benefit to you. Okay, hope to see you there, and I hope you found this useful. If you have, share it with friends who you also think this would be beneficial to. Okay, thanks very much, and all the best, and goodbye.